strap yourselves in. I'm going to make the jump to light speed.
What is up, Hyperdrivers? Welcome back to the channel and to the Sunday live stream, affectionately known as Star Wars Church. I am the Medinalorean, here to lead this congregation. And with me, as always, is my co-host, my man, the Raging Mando. Frankie, what's going on, dude?
What's up, buddy? Let's talk about the Book of Fennec soon.
The Book of Fennec. We already know where this is going. All right. We got my man, Jeff Rohde, in the house. What's up, dude?
What's up, guys?
Hey, and we got Eben from Eben the Collector channel. How's it going, bro?
What's up, scum and villainy?
All right, and then welcoming their first time on the Hyperdrive, we have an awesome, famous toy hunter in the house. We got my man Josh Pence in the house. My bad, I got too many J's. Josh Pence, how's it going, dude?
Good, man. That intro was wild. I feel like I was in a movie.
I
like that.
That's the best,
cool.
ain't it?
So if you guys don't know Josh has his own channel called Josh Pence. He does a lot of toy hunts on that channel. He also has a Twitch channel where he does some gaming. Awesome videos. So man, awesome to have you on the show, bro. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
Having me.
Yeah. So
let's go.
if you don't know already, in the description every week, everybody that joins us on the channel either has an Instagram channel or Facebook or whatever, YouTube. I left links in the description below for you guys to follow all of them. So if you can, please go check them out. And if this is your first time on the channel, here on the Hyperdrive, we talk about Star Wars all the time. So if you're into that, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you could jump to Lightspeed every week with us right here on the Hyperdrive. All right. Now that intro's all completely done. Not as bad as Seth. Seth's pretty long, is a little bit longer than me.
Good old Seth.
All right, so let's say what's up to everybody in the chat. We got my man Jason is in the house. What's up, Jason? We got Glenn Hansen. How's it going, buddy? Thor's in the house. Jedi Master Northwest. What's going on, bro? We got Stefan Vande. Stefan. I'm gonna say Stefan.
Sweden.
We got Jeff Rohde. Yeah, we're international, man. We're all over the place. Pretty soon we'll have somebody coming in here from Europe. Actually, Sweden's in Europe. We got Big D's in the house. What's going on? We got Michelle. Hey, Michelle, how's it going?
What's up, Michelle?
Cy Tyson.
What's up, Tyson?
Christopher Gonzalez. Brandon Faulkner. We got Solo Sabers in the house. What's going on, Jeremy? How you doing, man? And we got Josh in the chat. And I think we're pretty much caught up there. I'm probably sure it's going to jump here in just a minute. All right. So we're going to get down and talk about the Book of Boba Fett episode 4.
Finally.
Or as Frankie's saying, the Book of Fennec.
I'm excited for this.
So last week on the show, I forgot who was saying it in the chat, but they wanted to see some screenshots. I tried to take some screen grabs from the video, but every time I try, Disney Plus blocks it out. So it just cannot get screen grabs.
It's like it takes like 2 weeks before you're able to do it.
Yeah, it's rough. What I am able to do though is I'm able to share the stream, or actually the video, and I could jump around and we can get shots like that when we're talking about it. So I could bring that up here like that.
That's
so
smart.
That'll help us out when we're these guys some visuals. So let's start off with going with around the table. What did you guys think about the show? We'll let our newcomer on the show start it off. Jason, Josh.
We'll get there.
And you just call him Jason.
I'm gonna mess this up all day.
We are gonna get through the
This week's
Jason
for the
today.
live stream.
Dude, if it was only on the screen, it would work so much better.
Josh, the only man time because you Django.
I've been up since 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I was on, or I wasn't on, but I stayed up late for the for Collection Wars last night. Which, if you guys didn't catch the Collection Wars last night, they do a live stream every Saturday night, and they usually have somebody on the show that shows off their collection. And this woman was on there that had an amazing collection, dude. She had a lot of like Star Wars props, screen use props. And, I only tuned in at first just to say what's up to everybody, and I ended up staying up until midnight. So running on like 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah, Robin has an awesome collection. She's been around forever.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's a really, really awesome show, man. So Josh, what did you think about the Book of Boba Fett episode 4?
I liked it, man. Like, I know we'll get into it deeper later, but overall, I think this should have been the first episode of the series. Like, with a little bit like mixed in from the other episodes in terms of like giving us a little more background. But dude, to me, it delivered everything that I wanted last week to deliver with, and I feel like the start of where we begin in this episode, it told the story much better than what we got like episode 1 till now, like with dragging it out and all the flashbacks and everything. I think if they would have made this the first episode, peppered in some of the stuff from the first 3 episodes, it'd be a great show for me.
All right.
Without getting into too much right now.
All right. Eben, what you think, bro?
I liked it. Yeah, I agree with Josh. I think this should have been the first episode. You know, give us the what happened after he got out of Starlight Pit and how he met Fennec. I enjoyed it. For me, it was about a 7.5 out of 10. It's a quality episode.
Okay. Jeff?
I enjoyed it as well. They had a lot of unanswered questions. I mean, we found out who's cooking all the food now.
Yeah.
Right. I liked how they tied in, how he's out in the sand on the Dune Sea, and then all of a sudden you see the flares, and they're like, "Oh, that's Mando,"
Yeah.
Or they're actually attacking, and then he goes over, rescues Fennec. We also got some more questions answered about the mod gang.
Right.
They're with all the cyberware or whatever the heck it is, I mean, it's a little far fetched, but that's how he got her. He saved her. I thought it was good.
Frankie?
Nice.
You weren't feeling it. I can see it in your face.
It's okay, man. It's not bad. I agree. I like Josh's take on it. That it should have been the first episode. Yeah, I agree. My whole frustration with the thing is that they're bringing out Boba like he's some bumbling idiot. Fennec is the one that's getting him out of sticky situations, and even she's looking at him like, "Oh my God, why do I got to babysit you?"
Right.
When he is not that way.
No.
Right. I can see that. I was not. I mean, coming off of last episode, I think this was better. But
right.
Yeah, I do feel like there are points in the show where, and it's been going on throughout the show, is that I feel like he's more comic relief than he is the actual, show leader. Where I feel like Fennec has been doing her thing and the overall badass of the show. Both the brains and the brawn, like he said. Right.
If they don't fix that, like next episode, my wife's TV is in jeopardy.
Let me ask you guys a question though. Like, was something I've felt about this whole series so far is that it feels like 2 different stories going on at the same time. You have his past and you have what's going on now.
Right.
Do you guys feel like this show could have benefited from the events of the what's going on in the present time being like maybe a season 2, and then we have like a whole season 1 on the backstory of what happened to him after Return of the Jedi, leading up to his time with the Tuskens?
I get when storylines do that here's something that happened in the past, and then it's going to correlate with whatever's happened in present day, right? This is their mindset. This is why they have that mindset. But yeah, I think they should have just kept it linear, right? Let's start off with his time in the desert and stuff, and then moved into it. But it's not as bad as like I just started watching The Witcher. Like the way they jump around in time, like that's very confusing.
Oh yeah, that was confusing.
That's 1? Like because you're sitting there watching, and you're like, wait a minute, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
But I think it would have been better if they had kept it, linear.
Okay.
I agree.
Josh?
So how I was thinking about this, and I know that this is probably like not even a thing that a show would do, but if I could write it the way that I think it would be great is I wish they would have done all the backstory stuff as like a prelude episode, like a week before the release or like the day before or something, to where we have all the flashbacks in one episode, make it like an hour or whatever, get us through that. And then episode 1, start with current time, because I get the flashbacks and I can understand that. But I didn't like how in each episode, the flashback, whatever happened in the flashback, you could almost bet that it was going to happen in current time. Like when he flashbacked about the Pikes, then in that episode, oh, the Pikes are here. Like, it was just so much of like, okay, here's that and that. Like, to me personally, I just wanted to see what's going on now. Like, I think it's cool what happened, how he got out of the Star, like all that stuff. But I would much rather have it on its own plate versus trying to mix it in with the main course, in my opinion, which is now. And what's going on after Mando and everything. Because the end of the episode was great with the hint that they gave and what we could possibly see for the second half of this season. But I personally think they should have left all the flashbacks out, or at least just gave us one episode of flashbacks and then continued on.
Okay.
But that's just me personally.
Evan?
Yeah, no, seems I'm agreeing with everything Josh is saying.
Let him go first.
It's like playing
Next time
poker.
next time we'll do Evan first, then we'll go Josh.
It's like playing poker. We're like, all right, yeah, I like that card. Thanks. No, but I agree. I think they should have had like a prequel episode where they just talked about his time with the Tusken Raiders instead of going back and forth. I think it I don't know, it just gets messy, throughout the episodes when you keep going back and forth. You get some action and then it slows down. And then it's like, come on, man, let's just focus on the now and try to, it feels a lot like how Arrow was shot, on CW, where
Yeah.
they were always going back in time trying to figure out, okay, in this episode, this is the reason he did this because he learned it, on the island. And it's the same thing with the Tusken Raiders.
True.
So
True.
I would have been happy, I think, if they would have shot all that stuff up front, and then the rest of the episodes would have been now, the present.
Yeah.
How about you, Jeff? You agree with that, or you like it as it is?
I kind of wish that I'm not a big fan of the flashbacks and then current events.
Right.
Divide it, and you could get more content out of that. You'd have more room. It seems like they fill by subbing in the flashbacks. Then okay, this is what's going on now. Instead, they could have it, a season. I think Josh said like a season separated, or was it Frankie? I can't remember. A season separated, where what happened after Return of the Jedi, and then now current events.
All right. We got some answers in this show, at least in this episode.
Yes.
One of them being, his reasoning for wanting to be a crime lord. You guys are cool with the way that went down, like his thought about what did he say to make a tribe? I guess is what he said. I think that's the wording he used.
Yeah.
It goes
Tribe
back
is
to the
more
Tusken.
powerful. You can't live on your own.
Right. Keep
I
forgetting.
mean, obviously, family's pretty big to him, right? That's kind of been portrayed throughout the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right, well, besides the original trilogy, but the prequels and Clone Wars.
Right.
Yeah, I think Boba's he's just old now. He's older. He's been injured, but he's supposed to be healed. But I think now he doesn't want to work for anybody because what did he say? He doesn't want to be
They're always
working.
trying to get him killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They keep
Over
trying to get him
stupid
killed.
feuds.
Mhm.
Right.
Yep. So
I
they control that.
I also liked in this episode, and I know obviously these are all shot and ready to produce or to be let out, but I really feel like they answered and like recorrected last week's episode and this week's in a way of like, for one, we got to see BK actually be a badass, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He got to rip the arm off.
Oh yeah.
I'm very glad that they didn't let the Twi'lek lady, I forget her name, talk him down, from not doing anything. It showed his true colors. We got to hear that he's fully healed, so hopefully there's no flashbacks now. And then we also got to hear Fennec say, you're soft now that you've been with the Raiders, or whatever her lingo was. But I feel like all those things, when those happened for me personally, I was like, I really feel like they realized last week's episode was bad, but I know that this is already all done.
Right.
But to me, I feel like there's a lot of cool answers that I wish I would have gotten in last week's episode, but we got them in this week's. So
Something about that answer that he gave about that, his reasoning for appearing soft, when she said that, I liked the answer to it, but I feel like because they kept breaking up the show with flashbacks and then current events, they really didn't show us that happened. I mean, like we saw him get basically captured by the Tuskens. They dragged him through the desert. He got his butt whipped by a bunch of kid Tuskens, right? The children. He got dragged into a desert again to go pick up those coconut things out of the sand, and then saved the kid. And then that's when he was accepted by the tribe. But there was like nothing there afterwards that showed how he I feel became connected to them. Do you guys feel the same way, or like at least for me anyway?
I felt like I was saying, because they they only have a certain amount of time, they can't delve into it. Like if they had
Right.
separated the seasons, then they could have showed more of his interaction after that point. And it's like he trained in one episode and he was a master with the gaffy stick. It's just
Right.
they're condensing it all down, and when if they separated it, they could expand on everything more.
Yeah. Like maybe have something where he becomes emotionally tied in some kind of way, like they save him or do something for him that brings that higher connection with them, in my opinion. So,
which is why I wish we could have got a full episode of that story versus broken up with like 8 to 12 minute segments across 3 different episodes of that. We really didn't have a lot of time to feel that connection. So I agree 100%.
What you guys? I mean, Jeff, you brought up the modders and that they showed us a little bit more of the modders. What
you guys recognize him?
Scene? I didn't recognize him.
He's
the band, part of a band or something, right?
Yeah, he's a bass player for Suicidal Tendencies.
Yeah.
No way.
And then I guess that was his own music that they were playing.
Yeah, it was one of his bass lines.
Dude,
Okay.
That's awesome. All I wanted was a Pepsi.
Yeah.
I felt like the music was out of sync with Star Wars, but that was me. It felt very like Matrix or Prodigy or something like that.
I didn't like this scene at all.
Yeah.
I try to see the positive
like
of it. I'm like, if we were in the 80s, like mid 80s, and this was coming out, it probably would have fit, maybe, because that's almost like Blade Runner-esque.
Yeah. Even the way the droid parts look, it's very practical, which I guess is cool because it kind of ties into the original Star Wars. But I don't know, it felt like the $1 million. What is it, the $50 million Man, or what was that show back in the day?
But that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
So like me growing up, I lived 8 years in Germany, right? So these guys they're in the Outer Rim.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I lived in Germany and I came back to States, stuff that I was thinking was popular right then, that was like 3 years behind.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of the same kind of vibe here. They're so far behind that maybe that's what it is.
Maybe.
Yeah, I just felt like it took me out of the episode, and to me, it's something I personally didn't need to see. It was just a waste of a couple minutes that we could have had building something else in the story.
Yeah,
because for him to take her all the way there, because they obviously made it seem like it was very far away, to turn around and take her right back to the camp and then talk. Like, I would have rather just had more time of the fire scene, because I liked how they explained a lot of stuff in this dialogue between them.
Right.
I mean, I felt like it explained a lot more, but
it's also kind of weird because you look at like when people get prosthetics and stuff, that like look at Luke's hand in Empire Strikes Back, very intricate looking inside of there. This thing was like just big hunks of metal just shoved in her.
Yeah, like a big piston.
Yeah, I mean, it looks weird.
Yeah.
And then the way he attached the piston in there, I was like, was it like magnetized or something? Or like, how does it connect?
Right.
We're going to cover it up?
Yeah. No, I don't want to cover up that beautiful metal.
Yeah.
That line was like, okay, whatever.
And
throwaway.
aren't you a little old to be here or something?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just okay. But I'm glad it was short and sweet, though. They didn't drag it out like too long, but to me, it was just a scene that it was just like, come on now.
I think of it like how kids, you go to the club, you try and look the best that you can or whatever. And that's what these guys are doing with their bodies.
Yeah.
You trying to find the dialogue in there, George?
No, I'm just.
So when we get the clarification of it's not the fire
spray. Yeah, that comment.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were going to bring up the fireplace scene where he's like, go make babies.
Yeah. See, there's another thing. It's like, go make babies, go make bantha babies.
The baby talk on the bantha.
Really?
But okay, he's been with the bantha for 5+ years, right?
I don't care. He should have killed it and ate it. That's what he should have done with it.
I mean, but see, that's why I feel like, again, this brings back to the whole thing that I feel like the part with the Tuskens should have either had its own season, or like what Josh is saying, should have had an episode or two just dedicated to what's going on there. So we had a length of time showing his emotional connection with these things, because it just bounces around real quick. Alexa, stop. It just bounces around real quick, and then the Tuskens have their connection with the Banthas. So him being with them for that long, I guess that would happen to him. But it just seemed very weird,
My blood pressure shot up on that.
I felt the same way last week with the Rancor scene where he was scratching it and
Yeah.
rubbing it behind
Yeah.
the ear, just like very like coddling to it. I don't know. I don't even know if we can call that Disney-fied or whatever, but I really feel like for as grungy as I thought this show was going to be and as, you know, raw, I feel like there's a lot of parts like the Bantha scene, the Rancor scene, just where it shows like a whole different side of a Star Wars character that we're really not used to seeing when in terms of like a bounty hunter or a badass, where it's just like, you know, rubbing him behind the ear and all, and he's getting kisses and he's, you know, let's, you know, this and that. I'm just like, what is
you don't
going
need
on
that
right now?
exactly.
Huge
just-
WTF moments.
Yeah, I would just love to keep that out. Like,
Yep.
but
We need more of the moments when he's actually in the Slave One and he just annihilates the biker gang.
oh yeah, that was the
that
other
was
thing
great.
from last week. That's what I wanted something to see last week of Boba do, and like to see that it was just like, man, this is awesome. But man, we get that in a flashback, and then we get to present time where we're spending most of our time, and as of right now, we just haven't seen that much from him, and it's so disappointing for me personally. It's just because like, why are we not seeing it? But hopefully, like I said, second half of the season, I'm hoping it ends good. So
Yeah, if you go to the PETA website, it's got his face on the cover now.
So
That's funny.
when I was doing my reaction, I was like, I've seen this droid before. This droid appeared in the Clone Wars.
Yeah, that's
But-
a rat catcher droid.
Yeah. I don't understand his
stupid
thing of
thing.
grabbing the droid and shoving it up against the wall and be like, I am Boba Fett, you know? And I was like, okay, it's a small little droid. You could probably
Let
break
me
it.
intimidate a small droid. Like, really?
That thing was squirrely as hell, though.
I mean, it
Yeah, it
didn't make
was.
any sense, that whole scene. And then, like,
Oh,
just
yeah,
shoot the
that
damn
too.
thing. It's
Yeah.
going to be a lot less noise than all that
Oh.
banging around. It made him look like
Yeah.
an idiot.
it did. The way that he was chasing around and
Yeah.
and hitting like the pan when the droid has already jumped off, like making
Right.
him look so slow. And I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Now I'm starting to not like this episode. The more and more we talk about it.
Eh.
That was definitely for kids.
I think the whole part with him going after the Slave One, he was, like I said, very comic relief for him, and then making Fennec look awesome. You know?
Right. She's the one solving all the problems.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
Even
comes
after
up behind
the
the droid
scene.
and cuts its head off.
Yeah, even after this scene, she's like, "Are you done? Can we go?"
Yeah.
Right. And looking at him like, what the hell, dude?
Yeah.
You are not what I heard you were, which is the same thing that I feel half the time in this show.
Right.
Yeah.
I did like-
General.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, so General Grievous body parts got turned into a chef.
The chef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
the
same
spinning
chef
motion.
was on Attack of the Clones, wasn't it?
Was it?
When they were on
Yeah.
that Starliner?
Yeah, he was on Attack of the Clones. I found out about that.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Yeah. What's up,
When they're
Norman?
when R2 was getting food.
Right. Right. That's pretty interesting. It's something you never notice. Right now, it's like they put a spotlight on it, and you're like, "Whoa, look at that!"
Yeah.
It was cool. They brought back this droid, though. The other droid that was in the torture scene in Return of the Jedi.
I was reading something. That's not him.
That's
not
not the same robot.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
really?
same.
You
The
know
one
him?
that was in a torture scene is actually working at the cantina. This
Really?
is something. This is somebody else.
Huh.
It's the same
Sounds
model.
just like him.
Yeah, same model.
Same
That's
model.
interesting.
Then you had the Slave One fumbling or trying to recapture it.
Right.
Mhm.
And
Which
again,
is he the only
he's
one that has
gets
keys to this thing?
Yeah. Right.
Knows how to fly it, you know.
Voice
I was-
recognition.
Voice
I was-
recognition.
When I first watched it, I was like, "Why is he running into so much crap?" You know. But you think about it, he's looking up at the ceiling. He can't see shit.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
even said it in there. He can't see
You
anything.
can't see anything. Yeah.
So, I
It's-
guess
Fumbling.
Which
shit.
you would think he'd have like cameras all over that thing. You know. I mean, we got him
Yeah.
on cars.
Yeah. This is before Tesla.
yeah.
And you know what's funny about this scene is that Fennec kills everybody except the two Gamorrean guards.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly, right?
It's like, come on, you could have killed those two guys too.
She was awesome though. I'm so
And
looking
it's
forward
like
to
a
that hot
crack
toy.
shot to get him out.
Yeah.
This
Fennec
was her
is
episode.
great.
Yeah. The then you got again the biker scene. That was dope.
That was great.
Yes.
That was now. That's what I
That was
want.
great. So I
That's
saw
exactly
another
what I
YouTube
want.
channel that I was watching some of the things for the Easter eggs and everything, and
Uh-huh.
they played this scene with the sound of Falcor from the Neverending
Oh,
Story.
geez.
At the end.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! It just changes the whole thing. It is funny as hell to watch it with that.
I gotta find that.
It's on Screen Crush.
Spring
You
Crush.
got- yeah,
Okay,
check out
I
Screen
gotta watch
Crush's thing on it. It is hilarious, man.
They're great.
Awesome scene though. This is like how I like to see Boba Fett.
Mhm.
Now he returns to the Sarlacc pit.
Well, this scene here, there's kind of something that's weird a little bit that, so whenever he's saying that they're the ones that did that, she says it's unlikely.
Yeah, see, I think it's
right.
the
So
Pikes.
she kind of argues it, but then when he kills them, she's like approving of it.
There's a lot of them though, and that's.
I think it was the Pikes that sent them over there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, I don't understand the return to the Sarlacc pit only because I mean he escaped it with his armor on. He was awake when he got out.
He must have been so delusional that he didn't realize that he had it on.
Okay.
Yep.
But then
that's what I took out of it.
The other thing too is the way the ship is maneuvering over the Sarlacc. You know, I mean, this is just nitpicking at this point with this. I don't. It's got its engines in the rear. I think Jeff has a better image of this. I mean, there, he's got his engines in the rear. How is it hovering? You know, on against the floor
like no repulsor.
Yeah, there's nothing shooting back the other way.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
They actually, I think the fins in the show, you can see they're like really twisted, opposite. But I mean, all the models that we've seen of it, the fins don't have any engines on it. But,
yeah, my toy doesn't.
Yeah, how you getting vertical lift?
Yeah,
Star Wars magic.
Star Wars magic.
Yep.
That's how the Force works.
That's how the Force works. And he plays she plays pinball with the bomb.
The seismic charge.
The seismic charge. Yeah.
I love that noise.
Me too.
Oh,
it's like dong.
Yeah.
But anybody that's played that game, that's a load of crap that he survived that. Because I can be on the other side of a Star Destroyer when I'm playing it, and that damn thing hits me.
No, I know. I actually thought that was kind of crazy too, how nothing happened to the ship. Because even in like what was Attack of the Clones when they were going off, like when it went off, it was like
a little bit up,
a ball. It wasn't just straight like vertical, I don't think so, or horizontal. But yeah, I thought that was kind of weird. Did anyone question how he went into the Sarlacc with nothing on and
survived that?
Absolutely.
But they said that the armor is the reason why he survived. I get he was in there for years, but all she did was dump water on him. Like I don't know.
And he was still wearing the robe.
Right.
He was smoking a little bit, I think.
Right.
Yeah, you can hear the acid sizzle on enough.
You would think that acid would have gone through the robe and burning him up, and he would have been naked running around looking for water.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't.
Yeah, that was stupid.
I did like the little funny scene afterwards because she was the one that triggered the bomb that he says, "Don't push my buttons" or "Don't touch my buttons."
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny. Yeah, but that didn't make any sense. You're right. It's like, how does he survive that?
I wish he wore his helmet more. I'm tired of seeing his face.
Yep.
I want to hear him sound like Boba Fett, behind the helmet.
Right.
True. Yeah, a little more mysterious, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the good thing is this is probably it, man. No more flashbacks, so that's cool.
The Tusken rubs are stronger than Beskar.
Yes.
The Tusken robes.
General Kenobi.
Yeah.
So, I mean, fully healed.
We need to stop seeing him in his underwear, though.
Yep.
Yeah. I hope
just
this is the last time.
That's why I am glad that the droid said, "Congratulations, you're fully healed." Because I hope that means there's no more flashbacks.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
This episode of Boba Fett sponsored by Hanes.
By Hanes.
Yeah.
I did like that he recruited Black Chrysanthemum though. So
yeah,
that's cool.
I thought that was coming.
Yeah. I feel like now, okay, you got somebody with some real muscle there, so that's cool.
So what was he getting pissed about?
Oh, because the Tuskens have a history of killing Wookiees.
Trandoshans.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because
at the beginning, the Trandoshan leader brought Bobo.
Oh, yeah, he brought the pelt
for the whatever
That's
it's
right.
called.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. But don't they grow their parts back?
They do.
So like
They
him getting
do.
his arm ripped off really ain't that big a deal.
It'll come back. Yeah.
That's why Disney approved the arm ripping off. It's because it's just
Right.
a lizard.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad that they did it though, because I'm like, if she talks him down and then he's just gonna be like, okay.
Exactly.
You
it
know,
was great.
when he actually did it, I was like, yes.
Yeah,
I love how he
right?
paid his debt too.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Right, yeah.
He's just like, I don't need it.
I don't need somebody wiping my tab clean. I got it.
That was
Yeah.
great.
Hell yeah.
She's like the hottest Twi'lek ever too.
Hell yeah.
Jennifer
Dude,
Lawrence.
I'm low key, like all serious. I am surprised that Disney put that outfit on screen.
Right?
I don't know, because that's every reaction I've watched. The first thing that people react to is that when she walks
Right.
on, they're just like, "Whoa!" So,
And the yellow one is
Mhm.
actually wearing something similar to the fire spray outfit that Leia wore.
yeah.
Oh, the
So
Slayer.
it's, uh,
The fire
crazy.
spray out.
Yeah, you got that right.
yeah. Gotta
Nice.
censor yourself.
Fire spray bikini.
The fire spray. And then you have the meeting of the heads of the families. I didn't
was
like this
awful.
scene, man.
Me neither. Awful.
I didn't like it except for the Rancor part.
How did the Rancor get that big? In the last episode, he was a small little guy. Now he
Right.
can reach
True.
up to the cage. He had a step stool down there.
Did
And
you
I
see
always
how big
have
his
under the
nails were?
impression they can't reach it.
Yeah, that too. The big one never really touched it.
Right. So I'm
Well, did you
like, I don't get that.
Did you notice how big the nails were?
Yeah,
It was
Mhm.
massive.
he was massive.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
throwing down like a little club down there. It wasn't even anything. It's like a toothpick for that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just conveniently managed to emphasize his point right when.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
when he
right when it
needed
happened.
Gotta love
Such
that
an unneeded
timing.
scene.
I think
This whole
that,
scene was disappointing.
yeah, I think he
I-
should have killed the one guy. This dude.
That one, yeah.
I can't pull him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
see
hear
it.
you talking. I love how they're doing the Trandoshans, though. They look great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like it doesn't make any sense to what he did. Like it's okay. I'm pulling you guys together because I want you to help me fight off the pikes. And then the dude was just basically like, F you, I'm not gonna help you out at all. And he's like,
Right.
okay, well,
Right.
I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
I'll do it
Just-
myself, and as long as you promise to.
Yeah. Yeah.
not-
Just
Yeah.
promise me, please.
Yeah.
Because they're so trustworthy.
Right?
I was just like, oh my god, this sucks.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I
he
wish
should
he had
have.
a little more just, I don't know, angriness. And I know he said he's
Right.
trying to rule with respect or something. Like you said, I wish he would have shot him. And like last week, not to keep jumping, like I know we're on episode 4, but when he let BK go last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I wish instead of him just saying, I understand it's business, I wish he would have I don't know, threatened him with the Rancor. He's like, if I see or hear about you again, this is what you're gonna have to deal with, or next time I'm not gonna be so easy. There's like something to
Yeah.
establish some sort of dominance, man. But for him to just be like, hey, you just try to kill me, I get it. You just whoop my ass. You can go. It's okay. Go ahead. Just don't do it again. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But anyways, that's enough of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, agreed.
So, yeah, he should have shot dude. At least that. Even if you weren't gonna kill him, at least just shoot him in the arm or something.
Right.
Exactly.
Shoot him in the leg and make him suffer, dragging
Yeah.
himself back.
Did you guys notice BK's look when the Rancor did pop up? Because
No,
he
what'd
was
he
just down there. He's like tilted an eye up, and you could tell he was like, "Oh crap, that wasn't there before."
Right?
I gotta
That's
watch
funny.
that again. then
Yeah, I
for
gotta
that.
watch that again. His reactions. And then you had it's funny that the whole show was kind of like okay, it was okay for me. It wasn't the best. It was all right. But then you have that last second where you hear the Mandalorian theme song, and I was like, it was all forgiven. I was just like
Right.
really happy then.
Redeemed.
Yeah, I'm like excited for next week actually.
So is he getting? You think he's getting the Mandalorian, or is he getting the Death Watch?
I think it's gonna be the Mandalorian. I can't see them bringing the Death. The Death Watch didn't have that music when they would come on the Mandalorian show. They had a different sound, I think.
The thing that I'm wondering is, so is he going to have the Darksaber? Is he going to be
He
the
should have
ruler
the
of
Darksaber.
Mandalore now? Is he going to be able to bring in a bunch of Mandalorians that are still alive?
True.
Because
So
technically,
we got what? 3 more episodes.
3. Yeah.
3 more episodes. So they got to lead into, I guess, the Mandalorian. So that's why we're bringing him in.
Is that the premise of this show? Like, this is taking time, or this is taking place literally right after season 2.
Yeah.
Right?
This
Yeah.
is supposed to be taken as 2.5 of the
Okay.
Mandalorian.
So hypothetically, the end of this season should lead us into something with season 3 of Mando. Is what
Right.
we're hoping for.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Season
Um,
3 of Mando, I think. Anyway.
Have you guys thought about or talked about in the last shows about the not Death Watch? Oh my gosh, Crimson Dawn.
Crimson
any-
Dawn.
anyone thought
Yeah,
about
we think
that
that's
or-
who's behind all this.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm
I
on
don't
with
think it
that one.
is. I'm the
You
only
don't?
one that's subscribing not to. It's because I read the Reign of the Dawn, Reign of Dawn. It's the first of the. There was a comic series, the War of the Bounty Hunters, which he kind of brings up in this show a little bit. He mentions Bib Fortuna betraying him, and I think
Yeah.
that's what he was referencing was that part
That's
of the
what
comic.
I thought too, because it doesn't really delve into it, and it's like
Yeah.
unless you're ready, because that's kind of really in the timeline of things. That's kind of the last
Time that he saw.
interaction he had with Bib Fortuna.
Yeah. So there's that, and then right after the War of the Bounty Hunters, there's a new series that they're releasing now called Reign of Dawn or Dawn Reign. I think it's Reign of Dawn.
I just
Crimson
got that
Reign.
one.
Crimson
Crimson
Reign. That's it.
Yep.
So the Crimson Reign starts off with like a hollow recording saying that this is a tragedy, and it says that this is the fall of Crimson Dawn. You know, that's how the start of the thing is, and there's a whole story there where it kicks off at.
What's
So
the
I don't know
timeline?
if they're existing. It's supposed to take place right after the War of the Bounty Hunters. At least that's what I'm thinking it's taking place after. So it's between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Oh, okay.
So
Nice.
I mean,
So
it would
Black
be cool
Sun?
if Crimson Dawn.
So Black Sun.
Black Sun would be cool to see.
Yeah.
So,
I thought I read a headline somewhere, or maybe it was a post that we were supposed to have in this series. There's supposed to be a really like good cameo moment of someone that we're like no one's supposed
Yeah.
to expect. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's what I
curious
read too.
on what kind of payoff that would be. I hope it's not a cliffhanger of the season. To be honest, I hope whatever person we see, we at least get a little bit of like dialogue and screen time with them.
Like to the level of Luke, or
I mean, yeah,
little more.
even if we had that, if not just a little more, I guess it really just depends on the character, to be honest. Because like with Luke, I mean, to be honest, man, the Skywalker stuff, like I love it, but I want to move on with other stuff. I want to explore other stories and see other characters, you know, new characters or characters from the comics or, you know, something as well. But yeah, I mean, if
the
it was
last
that.
big name was Harrison Ford, so Han
Yeah.
Solo.
Yeah, I was rewatching your guys' episode from last week just to kind of get the premise of how you guys do things on the show, and I was listening to you guys talk about that. That would be crazy.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know how that would fit in though, right? Because last time Han saw Boba Fett, he put him in carbonite, or Vader did, but still.
Yeah.
You know?
and I don't
Come
get
back to-
what they use him for, right? Because his voice doesn't sound the same, and
Right.
his movements definitely are not the same. So what are they using him for?
To talk Kira out of not doing nothing bad.
No.
yeah,
I
if
mean,
she had-
they're using Harrison Ford to record anything. Like, what are
Right.
they using him for?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, the only thing I can think of is that connection with Kira,
Yeah,
and nothing else. 'Cause
What
at
if
this
it's just
point, he's
Din
just
Djarin? Like, what if it's
Yeah.
just Amando?
I think we would expect that though. Like as a community or fandom, like I feel like we would expect to see him cameo at least
right.
with it, like with the timelines. Like it would make sense to see him. Like with how I read everything, it's one of those cameos that it's shocking. And to me, I'm not going to be shocked if Mando is on screen. I'll be
Right.
happy, you know, it'd be awesome, but it's not going to be like, whoa, I did not
Right.
expect this at all.
Right.
Right.
I think
Yeah.
that's how I'd feel also about Iden Versio, because
Mhm.
Star Atlantic is bringing her up. Be cool to see her.
That would be
but,
cool.
Yeah,
That would be cool.
very
Yeah.
cool.
Wouldn't she be
The only ones that really
Imperial,
get
though?
anything out of that are the ones that. So the other part you got to play of that is, who is that going to make happy? It's only going to be the hardcore fan, right? Because they're the ones that play the game.
Yeah, the gamer.
So
right. You're
as
not
far
gonna
as like
get-
your casual Star Wars fan, they're like,
Yeah.
who the hell's that?
yeah,
Can't the same kind of be said about BK as well?
yes, it would
'Cause
be.
He's semi playing hopefully a big part in this now, and I would assume not a lot of people know who he is other than a Wookiee. You know,
Yeah.
this Chewbacca's brother is probably what some people are thinking or whatever.
Yeah,
So-
Chewie.
So my wife would be a good example of that, right? So she doesn't know who that Wookiee is, but she's
Mhm.
like, it has a presence to it. It's like, oh shit, I know
Exactly.
what a Wookiee is, and that thing looks badass. But you bring in Iden, and she's just
True.
it's just another human. It's just like, okay, big
Yeah.
deal.
right.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's a good other side of the coin perspective.
Yeah, for those of us who are hardcore, would be awesome. We'd be like, oh, we know who she is. But even
Right.
that, it wouldn't be something that would be show stopping for me.
Right.
Cad Bane, Thor's bringing
Cad
up.
Bane
That would be cool.
Yeah,
to
And
see.
then
Bane would be
again, that's
really
the
cool.
hardcore
Dude.
fan.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But he
I
looks
feel
cool.
Like yeah, I
But he
feel
looks
like
cool.
it would be a pretty casual fan if Cad Bane came in, because I mean, Clone Wars has been out for a long time
Hmm.
to where people
Yeah.
could at least watch it. He's been in comics, he's been in novels.
He'd be higher up than Black Chrysanthemum. I'd say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, I still agree. But he would be a cool screen presence grab for even people who don't know him as well. So, yeah,
Lando.
I would love Cad Bane.
Jason saying Lando. Thing is Billy D. Williams, man, he can't even walk right now. I don't know.
No, but get that other dude. That'd be great.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
right?
From
Yeah,
Solo.
that would
what's his
be
name?
awesome.
Oh, what the hell is
He's
his
the
name? From
oh my
Solo,
God.
Yeah, from
Rapper.
Solo.
right?
I'm brain farting.
Me too.
Same here.
Um,
He's known as a guy from the
Child
community.
Gambino, Childish Gambino. What's his name?
Right.
Son of a-
Glover? Isn't it Glover?
Yes.
Danny.
Yeah.
Is it Danny?
Donald
Donald.
Glover.
Donald Glover.
We'll get there. There's 5
Yeah.
people on here. We'll get it eventually.
Yeah.
I think it is
Just
Donald
keep guessing,
Glover.
boys.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Dengar. I think Dengar would also be somebody that wouldn't be a showstopper. They'd be at the level of Black Chrysanthemum at that point. Maybe a little bit more, because he only had like a bit part in the movie, right?
Yeah,
Danny
I think it
Glover.
No, Danny Glover's the older guy.
No, I
It's
think
in-
they get the same
That's
name.
Donald Glover, I think. No, you're talking
That's
about the
Donald.
one from Lethal Weapon?
Lethal
Yeah.
Weapon.
Yeah.
Who played Lando?
Um,
Solo.
Danny Glover is the older guy.
Donald Glover is who played him.
Donald Glover Superman?
Yes.
Okay.
And yes,
Um,
it's Donald Glover.
I have a question for you guys, if you
Yeah.
don't mind me asking. I think I brought this up in your Lego lunch, George.
Mhm.
Do you think, with how this episode is being, or not episode, this series is being portrayed as us as fans, do you think we had a high expectation because we know who Boba Fett is versus Mando being a brand new character? Like, yes, we know of like who a Mandalorian is in terms,
100%.
but do you think we're like almost like maybe subconsciously letting ourselves down because we expected so much because we know of Boba Fett through the comics, through the shows, through the movies? Like, do you think that that's at all some sort of a problem outside of like the terrible things that they've done in the show? 100%.
Yep.
And you guys may have talked about this before, but
No.
I just
No,
wanted
we
to ask
haven't.
you guys.
That's
Okay.
a good
No,
question.
that's a good question. But yeah, 100%. That's
Yeah,
what
man.
this is what I grew up with. You know, I did read all the what's legend,
Mhm.
and it's not him.
Yeah.
You know, I can see taking a different approach, like what he's wanting to do. I can buy into that. But the idiocy and uncoordinated how he comes across, I don't buy into it.
Right.
I agree, man. That's why that's like one of my main questions when I start to kind of talk with people about this who obviously have a passion for Star Wars. Because, dude, to me, I think the Disney Plus series, it's precious dollars and precious time because it's very specific on what they're doing with this. And to be honest, I'm starting to love these way more than a movie. I love the feeling of going into a theater and watching it. But the way that they handled Mandalorian 1 and 2, I love it, man. And I can get down with episodic series with Star Wars. I'm excited for Obi-Wan, for everything that they have coming up, man. But this show, for some reason, is just so disappointing. And I feel like us as a community kind of doing it to ourselves in terms of what we expected. But they're not executing a lot in what they're trying to, I feel like what they're trying to do in this. And it's disappointing, man. So I hope that the second half of the season is good, and I am down on both knees praying that Obi-Wan is not a disappointment, man. Because
That brings up a good point that like I'm kind of to the point that I just want new characters, like Rogue One, because I have expectations of what my original trilogy characters are like and what they're
Yeah.
going to be like, and then you are killing it. You are like not in a good way either.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I guess as cameos, it's not so bad, right? Like,
Right.
like I feel like Boba Fett was badass in Mandalorian series season 2. So was Luke.
Yep.
You know, when Luke came on
Right.
there, he had
Very
people
good.
crying the way he came in there.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but when they get their own show, I think that somehow they're not reaching the pulse right. I don't know.
I would have much rather have this be a bounty hunter series and Boba Fett be the main character of that. I think it being titled Book of Boba Fett and having him as the title, main character, all this stuff, there's way too much focus on him, us as fans wanting more. But dude, if this was like a, Outer Rim bounty hunter series or whatever, and it was following him, but then there was other bounty hunters to play up with him and do all this stuff, I don't know. I think we'd be looking at it differently. But the fact that it's solely related or relied on Boba, and as you said, with Fennec being the main character, it seems like now it's just like it's not a Boba Fett show, man. In my opinion, right now. So
I didn't even really like them having him as a kid in the prequels.
it was an odd fan service thing.
Yeah, that was very. I didn't like it.
Yeah. It was,
Although he was pretty good in the Clone Wars, I liked him there.
I like the story
Yeah.
in Clone Wars. I mean, Clone
Yeah.
Wars was great, man. It I don't know, man. Clone Wars is one of my favorite storytelling. That and Rebels, outside of the movies,
Mhm.
but the storytelling and the way that they kind of piece stuff together with that, and kind of diving into other characters and giving more of a backstory, and bringing characters to life in Star Wars that are now like main characters to a lot of people. And now we're able to hopefully have them in shows or spin-off movies or whatever. I mean, it's great what they did. So I just hope that everything gets a little better.
Yeah, it does have me worried for the other shows that have characters now that we have expectations for. Like Kenobi's going to be an insanely high one too. Having Vader and Kenobi in that one, that's going to be rough.
And I liked her. I like her as a director, so we'll see how that goes. But like Ahsoka, kind of not worried about it, just because I know Filoni's going to be very attached to that. So,
right.
He'll make sure she's done right, I'm sure.
Colin's asking if Dave Filoni's directing any of the episodes. I don't think he is.
I don't think
episode
he is.
6. Episode 6.
He did? I thought that was Jon Favreau going to be doing that one.
I think that's why a lot of people are speculating Cad Bane to be in 6 because Filoni directed it.
See,
I'll fact check myself real quick.
So what happens if that like is everything we expect? I'm gonna be pissed
on that one. Oh,
yes, because it's like, where was he for the rest of it,
bro? I think that what's her name's show episode is gonna be good too. What's her name? Howard. Bryce Howard's episode.
Bryce Howard.
Yeah, I think her episode's gonna be pretty good too.
I don't know because her episodes of The Mandalorian I didn't like.
Really?
What?
I love that one episode she did, man.
The one with the ATST?
No, the one where he crash lands the ship on the water and the.
That was a good.
That
first one with the ATST that sucked. I didn't like that episode at all.
The ATST one, I wasn't really a fan of that.
You ever taking your mask off?
Yeah. But it was only like one episode. Other than that, they made him look really badass, though.
So Jason's saying that Bryce's episode is next.
Bryce is next. Okay, cool.
Episode 6 is Dave Filoni, February 2nd. Yeah, February 2nd is when we get that one. So.
Oh man, that's gonna be a long day for
Dude, if Cad Bane does come on, that's gonna be.
Well, dude, and that's what I'm hoping for, man. The season or the episode right before the season finale, give us that big moment, and then let 6 and 7 be that crescendo ending type of thing, man. And just fingers crossed. So
yeah, because we should have had something in the middle, right?
Yeah,
we should have had something in the middle, and we've gotten. I guess they thought that showing Slave 1 was going to be it, but that didn't.
We should have saw that from the beginning,
right?
So no, I'm with you, man. I hope that it's good, but if I didn't love Star Wars so much, like because the Marvel stuff, I'm a huge Marvel fan, but I didn't watch the Captain Soldier or Captain America Winter Soldier, whatever that was with Falcon. Yeah. I didn't watch that weekly. I didn't watch Loki at all. I mean, I've rewatched them now, but if I didn't love Star Wars, man, this show I wouldn't be a 6 a.m. watcher every Wednesday if I didn't love it, because of how this show it's not really giving me what I expected or what I want out of a Star Wars show. But because I just love this so much, I still wake up early and watch it. But
yeah, me too.
So
it feels more like a chore, right? Like
you're
doing, yeah.
Yep, because I don't want to hear a potential spoiler later on in the day, so I got to get
because dude, my luck, the first week I decide not to watch it, it's going to be the greatest episode of the season.
Right,
I'm gonna open up social, just like Jesus.
Yeah, damn it.
Oh man, the one I missed. Because I remember like the first Mandalorian, the first season had a few episodes like what he's saying. The one with the ATST wasn't my favorite. I didn't really care for the one in the prison break or something like that. It was okay for me. But season 2, dude, man, it's like every episode I was like, man, I can't wait to watch this thing. I can't wait to watch this thing. It was nuts.
Let me, if I can once, and I hate to be talking so much.
Dude, that's why you're here to talk.
But back to our point earlier about having that character come through that is only like a casual fan wouldn't expect. Bo-Katan last in season 2 of Mando, that seemed to hit really good for her just being in the Clone Wars series, right? Because I think that's all that she was in, only Clone TV wise. And I mean,
Rebels.
Oh yeah, that's true. But I mean, Katie Sackhoff is a great actress, anyways. I mean, she's up there in ranking, so people know who she is.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought that delivered pretty well in terms of how it hit with the fans and just casual people. I mean, because now she's a much bigger character now. I mean, in terms of how she is presenting herself, like on socials, and even her autograph price has gone way up since she's been on Mandalorian. Like her stock has went up in the Star Wars world, as I guess what I'm trying to say. So hopefully if we get that with like Cad Bane or something, the same thing will happen to however that character plays out, is their stock will rise, so we can hopefully see them more too,
Right.
outside of this show.
I mean, in the Bad Batch, Cad Bane's episode was probably one of the more hyped up ones when he appeared. So, yeah, he would be a good one. Yeah, it's curious to see what's going to happen next, man. So, I mean,
And Bosk, right? I would have thought we've seen Bosk by now.
Bosk would have been dope.
Yeah,
especially with all of the Trandoshans running around. You think?
Yeah,
Bosk would be there.
I thought that's what was leading up to him being there. That
I think it might still happen with BK ripping that dude's arm off. He's probably going to hire him to take him out, because I think it happens in the comics where Bosk and BK they do fight.
Yeah. I think
So
Bosk fights everybody.
Yeah, he fights everybody.
So then what do you say? So take the opposite side of this. We're talking about these little one character. Hey, we're hoping it's this. What if they bring in like 5 big characters in an episode? Then do you oversaturate it, or are we good with it?
I'd be good with it.
Here's a comment from Storm. It says that if Disney had released the entire season at once, we wouldn't be hearing this weekly whining from the fanboy hate mob. Appreciate that, Storm. I mean, do you think that? I mean, do you like that they're releasing it once a week, or would you prefer it to be one big shot like Netflix does?
I can go ahead and just get my hate out in one day. That'd be great. There you go, Storm. And hate it all damn day.
I think because it's weekly, we can analyze it a little bit more. When it's all at once, a la carte, it's you watch it all and then you're like, okay, what happened in the second episode and how did we get here?
Right.
It takes a little bit to like reconnect the dots. At least for me, it does. Like The Witcher, I can't watch it all in one sitting. I lose focus. Like
I did. I watched the entire thing in sitting with.
One.
But I hear you on that. It's because like with The Witcher, for example, season 2 I thought was fantastic, and as a whole, I think it's great. I can't remember a lot of the different things, the little details that happen in each episode, at all. Really.
That's the rest of my day. As soon as I get off, my wife's like, "When are you gonna be done with this so we can watch season 2?"
Oh, The Witcher.
Yeah,
it's good.
She's already watched it too.
It's good. It's really good. The other thing I've been doing too has been going back, and I've never actually read these books yet, but the High Republic, I've been getting into that now. Have you started those?
Yeah, I bought literally every High Republic, like even like for Parker, my 7-year-old, like the kid child ones, the young adults, and the adult version. I bought everything, so I'm going to read them all.
I'm enjoying it.
First episode's hard to find, man. First printing of the comic.
Of the comic? Well, no, those are the books too.
It's hard to
just
find.
The comics.
Yeah, because the comics intertwine with the books at some point, or vice versa.
Right.
So it's a massive like reading endeavor you have to go through.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just went ahead and got all the books. I haven't started the comics. I bought the trade issue for issues 1 through 6 on the comics.
Right.
To start whenever I can.
One.
Yeah.
Rising Storm.
The Rising Storm. That's the one I'm gonna listen to or read next. The I just finished the first one, or I'm just about to finish the first one, like 5 minutes away from being done with that. That was awesome. That really good start to that one.
Yeah, because there's like a weird order you can read them in if you want to go like actual chronologically in order. It's kind of crazy to follow. So
I didn't even realize that.
Imagine that.
Look at that.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It's like you read the first 2 books, and then you read like the young adult novel, and then you read like 1 through whatever issues of the comics, and then you jump to the 3rd book. It's crazy if you want to see it or read it all chronologically, but I'm sure you can just go in order of when they were released.
True.
Never read them.
Yeah, they're pretty decent, man. I was pretty surprised. I'm not reading it. I'm listening to the audiobook. So like I go to the gym and I pop it in for like an hour or so and get to listen to it. At first, it was hard for me to get the names down. But once you start getting into it and listen to the different characters, the acting that they have on it is pretty good. You start to get into it. Like there's a guy named Loden Greatstorm, I think is what his name is. That dude is an awesome Jedi. The voice acting for it is great. He's got kind of a comedic tone to him, but just the descriptions of what he's doing in it is pretty cool. So,
Star Wars audiobooks are great.
Does anybody else listen to audiobooks?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
No?
I can't
do it.
do it.
No. That's the only way I
some
can
of
do
these,
it.
yeah, some of these voice actor dudes they get are awesome. And
Some of them are pretty good.
Yeah, they got
I
sound
may have
effects.
to
and
try it
everything.
again, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah. The Thrawn audiobooks are great too.
Oh hell
Yeah,
yeah!
those are pretty
Yeah.
good.
Well, see, those were the first ones I tried, and I was like, I couldn't do it, but I read them. I read all those.
Mhm.
I don't know how many times I read the Heir to the Empire.
Yeah, I'm
But,
re-listening to that too. Yeah, because I think George and I were chatting the other day about audiobooks, and I was like, I got some audiobooks, and I started I popped the Thrawn one back in, and I was like, man, I forgot how good this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really cool. But
The sound
I'll have to
effects,
check
the voice
them out.
acting.
Yeah, that's
haven't
kinda
really
my,
given it a fair chance yet.
it's my goal for this year is to try to get more into the lore of like the fandom of Star Wars and read more instead of just relying on the shows and stuff, because I think it's fun just to learn about stuff, man.
True.
So
Colin, congrats, man. Got
Yeah,
a
man,
Vader
congrats.
print
Yeah.
from Marcel. That's awesome, dude.
Nice.
Man, did you catch last week's episode, Josh, at all? We had
What?
an artist on the show named Marcel. He does these. It was last week's episode that we had.
no, the only artist I
Does
heard
this
you guys
one
talk
here-
about was the female.
Michelle.
Oh, Michelle?
Yeah, I was looking at her stuff while I was watching however long into that, but no, I didn't catch Marcel.
Yeah, so that Vader print above Eben right there, that's one of Marcel's pieces.
Does he have? I'm assuming he has social media or something.
Yeah, he has a website,
Nice.
but
That's
it's like
sick.
photorealistic, man. It's crazy.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's freaking badass, like in person. And this is huge, because I got the camera far away. This is 30 by 60, the print.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
It's huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so the frame is about 45 inches by 36 and a half inches. So
That's
it's
wild.
huge. Yeah.
That's super cool.
Insane. I don't have it on the description of this one, but I do have it on the description of last week's video. So if you
I'll
just
have
go
to
to
check that
last
out
week's
then.
live show, you'll see the link to it and you can check out his stuff. His stuff's great. I bought a Boba Fett print from him last week, so that'll be dope. Anyone jump on the sideshow Mythos Darth Vader? I didn't do it.
I did.
You
I
got it?
did.
Congrats.
Yeah.
man.
You did?
Yeah. I was like,
I was
well, after they showed more pictures of it, I was like, oh man, this thing's actually a lot better.
The portraits look really good. I do
Yeah,
like that.
man.
The one with the half destroyed mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I hate on it is the flaming lightsaber.
The flaming sword, yeah, but that's a swap out. You know, I don't even have to use
Yeah.
it. I don't even get the idea of how a light sword can catch on fire like that. But all right.
Right.
Right. But I did
So-
order it, and it's
Four.
you'll be getting it, George.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
like a good review.
what I was telling Ralphie, No More Mutants. I was like, dude, it's a concept. So that's why it has a flaming sword.
Yeah,
It's like the
It's ex-
other ones.
it's kind of pricey. That's
It
another
is.
thing that holds me from it. $650, I think, is a little much.
650 is, yeah.
You know,
Is it
yeah.
Yeah.
in terms of
One
like
fifth
statue
scale?
stuff? Okay, yeah, because
Well-
I have no statue, so I don't know like the valuation on pricing on that kind of stuff.
So quarter scale statues are in the range of like 600, and they can go up over $1,000. Depending on how big and how elaborate the thing is. But the 1/5 scales have started to reach that, and it seems like every single one of the Mythos pieces have been about $600 or more. And yeah,
Keep
it's
rising,
crazy that
man.
the quarter scale Vader that they had the premium format that just dropped last year is $650, and now we have a 1/5 scale that's also $650.
Which
So-
one? The Rogue One?
The one with him on top of the castle.
Oh,
the
premium
football
format?
one.
Yeah,
The original one, I think, was like what, $495 or something.
for
The
the
Premium
quarter scale.
format. Yeah.
For the premium format, yeah.
Yeah, because I got the Old Lord of Sith premium format. I think I paid under $500 for that. That was years
Josh,
ago.
did you manage to get an autograph from Natalie Portman?
Yeah, I ended up buying
Yeah?
it.
Nice.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, nice.
Yeah, I got a 16 by 20.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah, it was just one of those things, man. It's like it's so rare to get her autograph. I don't know if you guys do autographs or anything.
I do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
but
I get them on
yeah,
Here and
plaques.
there.
dude, her autograph is so, and especially on a Star Wars piece because of how bad she hates the Star Wars community. To be honest, from what I've heard, it's extremely rare to get her autograph. So Star Wars Autograph Universe had their sale on Friday where
Yeah.
they put all their back stock and like all the signings from this year last year they threw up, and they had some Natalie's, and I was like, oh man, because she'll
Ooh.
never do a convention. Like she'll never do one. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. So I'm going to get some heavy hitter autographs and just keep it big, elegant pieces. I'm not going to do any 8x10s because I used to do, when I went to Celebration in Chicago, I got like 12 or 15 autographs. A lot of them were on 8x10s.
Mhm.
But for the price you pay for autographs, man, you might as well just throw a couple $100 extra, get a big, nice piece of a pretty good, actor, and just keep it to that. Me personally, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to attempt to get a Hayden and a Ewan. In April, I'm going to a convention that has Ian McDermott, and then there's a couple other guests that unfortunately I can't say that will be there that are going to be some good autographs to get. So I'll be very, very excited for that.
Are you going to Star Wars Celebration this year?
No, dude, that's
I wanna
way too expensive to fly all the way out to Cali. Like, dude, it's expensive going to Chicago, and I drove there. Like, let alone flying in the hotels. Nah, it just.
I hear you. I
have a Dave Filoni autograph.
Oh, you do? I
Yeah.
met him. I didn't get an autograph though, but I did meet him at the premiere of the Clone Wars.
Oh, nice. That's super cool.
He's a
Yeah, I
cool
ran
dude.
into him on the floor of Celebration. He was just walking around, and I saw his hat, and I was like, oh man, that's Filoni. And I kind of like slowly walked up, me and a couple of the guys, and I talked to one of his, like, I guess not handler, but just the manager lady. I was like, would he sign something? Like, I don't want to make a big scene because he's obviously just trying to enjoy the floor. She's like, yeah. So I had like a random 8x10 of a Clone Wars, like Anakin and Obi-Wan. And I was like, can you sign that? He's like, yeah.
I always feel awkward asking for signatures.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's why
Me
I
too.
asked her. I was just like, hey, do you think he'd mind signing it? And then literally 3 minutes after that, it was just like a herd of people. I was like, I'm out. My bad.
That's why I like that Star Wars signature site or whatever that is because I don't have to be there to ask that question. I just feel weird asking for it.
Yeah.
So somebody
What
asked.
signatures you guys got?
Yeah, I saw the question. That was what I was about to bring up. Thanks, Frankie. I got an Anthony Daniels coming. That's pretty cool. And I got Katie Sackhoff. And then I got man, I don't even know who the guy is. It's one of the guys that played the scout trooper in the movie.
Oh, nice.
I don't.
I've only got
Something.
one. I got Nick Maley's autograph. Got it made Yoda.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
I
That's
met
pretty cool.
I met him in St. Thomas. He's got a shop there,
It's
and
a pretty unique auto.
he's got a site called That Yoda Guy, and you go in there, but like he doesn't let you take pictures of anything without paying for it. But he will sit there and talk to you about Star Wars like till the end of time. He's got a bunch of other cool stuff that he did work on, like Superman 2. He's got a bunch of like Christopher Reeve casts in there, and he's got a bunch of storyboards and stuff from Star Wars for sale in there too.
That's dope. Yeah, the signatures I've been getting is through the Hyperdrive Facebook group. They've been going around and they do these little exclusives where they take and they get the signatures either on a plaque or on a photo. So like they just did Fennec. So
Yeah, Star Wars Autograph Universe. They have a send in for her going on right now, and I've debated trying to get not necessarily like a whole cast piece, but getting like a Book of Boba Fett poster, like movie poster started. But I just don't love the show enough to fork out probably over $1,000 when it's all said and done with all those autos, man. Now if it was Mandalorian, I'd be all about it because I love that, but it's tough. But
that's the last signature I'm trying to get. I did get and I'm waiting on the plaque to come back, but we got Katie Sackhoff, the actor that played can't think of his name right now, that played Moff Tark, not Tark.
Gianano Esposito.
Yes.
Something. Yeah.
Yes, we got his signature.
Giancarlo.
Right. And then we're trying to get the actor that played Din Djarin to sign up. It's like I got the Darksaber coming, and we got a plaque that was made that has Darksaber written on it, and then we're gonna have everybody that held the Darksaber and the Mandalorian sign it.
That's awesome.
So,
He's going to be at Lexington Comic-Con in like March or April, so I'm going to go there and probably try to get a cool like 16x20 signed of him, hopefully holding the Darksaber.
True.
But but Tamara Morrison's autograph's pretty hard to get.
Oh,
is it?
Yeah, he was
cool.
supposed to be he was supposed to be at Celebration Chicago, but he canceled for some reason.
That's what happened to me with Giancarlo Esposito. I made a bunch of plaques and I bought the tickets, and then he didn't show up.
Canceled?
I was like, dang it.
Well,
So
with
now I have a
him,
bunch of plaques.
with Tamara living, I think in like New Zealand or whatever country he lives in, now it's so hard to get him because when he filmed Boba, I think he was stateside for like months because of like he couldn't fly back and forth, and
Quarantine.
like through the grapevine and stuff, I've heard that he's not too savvy to get back here in the States for a long time, and he doesn't do send-ins or signings or very rarely any of that.
That's a bummer.
I know, man, because with everything that he's playing now, like he's a pretty wanted autograph in the community.
I really haven't been trying to get signatures, but then I recently got Ray Parks.
Ooh, that's a hard one for me to get.
Sam Whitner, and then through the Hyperdrive, I got Lateef Crowder and Brendan Wayne, the stuntmen for Mandalorian. And then Ming Na Wen, they just had a thing for that. I just signed up for that. And then Anthony Daniels.
Sam seems like he'll be a cool dude to meet.
I wish, yeah. I'd really like to meet him.
Yeah.
I met him at Celebration when I got his auto.
Yeah.
He was like he's obviously a great guy, but man, I met him and he was like the biggest ass ever.
Really?
He was, and it wasn't his fault, but he was so mad. Like when I had him sign, I was like, hey man, like, you know, fan, because I watched Jedi Council when he would be on there. Like he's a Star Wars nerd, like to the roof, like competes with Dave Filoni and nerdum. And I was telling him, I was like, yeah, I respect how much you know. He's like, yep. It's like I was supposed to be on break half hour ago, but they got me still signing. I'm like, have a good day, man.
Wow.
So I hope to meet him again someday, but I'm not obviously holding that against him whatsoever. But it's just a bummer that I don't know, some of these guys that I've met and I've been excited to meet. I just catch them at the wrong times. But I don't blame him, man. Like sitting there for hours and doing the same thing, hearing the same stories. You know, oh, I love you so much. Oh, I love you so much. Like
they get tired of it. That happened to me with Bruce Timm at San Diego Comic-Con. I asked him to sketch out a Batman for me, and dude kind of yelled at me.
Did he?
Yeah, he was having a bad day. He's like, I'm not doing Batmans today. I was like, oh, my
bad. Jeff, how'd you get Sam and Ray's auto? Was it through like a online thing or?
Korban, one of their lightsabers, they had a special thing where if you the first 50 orders or 100 or something, and then they sent out, my head's kind of blocking, 8x10 signed by Ray Park, and then there's a plaque below it too for Sam Whitner. And then that's the lightsaber that it was for the Rogue One Maul hilt.
Wow. That's kind of cool, man. Those are cool autos. I like that.
The only thing that sucks is the picture. It was sent in a cardboard thing, but it still got bent.
That's what I'm super nervous about with my Portman, because I don't want them to roll it, which I don't think they will.
Right.
No, if you buy it from SWIU, they put it in a plastic sleeve, and then they'll put it in a flat mailer. They do a really good job protecting the stuff.
Yeah,
I've done a couple things with them.
Just mainly worried about the handlers.
Yeah, true.
I still got it framed, but
dude, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I'm starting to really like autographs again, but like I said, I'm just going after like kind of semi-heavy hitters or like characters that I really enjoy. On screen. So
but it can get expensive.
It was Portman's autograph was as much as the UCS Falcon, George, just to put it in perspective.
Whoa.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
Harrison Ford is ridiculous.
Yeah, so you don't want to do signatures either.
Yeah, his is freaking ridiculous, man.
It's like a grand for like an 8x10.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even got this one. It's my wife did. She surprised me with it.
Right.
We have Ford's autograph?
No, I don't have Ford. Hell no.
Okay, I thought that's what you were. Like,
no.
That's what you said. Yeah, I thought so too.
No. Sorry. No.
Yeah, man. I don't think I could ever pull the trigger on that. That's.
I would love to get a signature, but yeah,
I kind of.
My wife would have downloaded one of
autographs. The UPS store that I go to all the time, the lady there, she said she had a bunch of stuff that she didn't want.
Oh yeah.
And she had I think it was a Empire Strikes Back poster, and I open it up, and it's got Harrison Ford, everybody's signature on it, and I'm like, holy crap, So I look at it, and it's got a little signature thing, and where everybody had signed it on the same date. I'm like, God, that's suspicious as hell, And I said, well, if this is the real thing, this is worth a lot of money. I don't think you want to just give it to me. So then I went to work, and when I was at work, I researched it, and then it's a fake company. So there's a fake poster, all the signatures. It's a copy of one that got signed.
Ugh.
There's a lot of those out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just seeing all those signatures on there, it was like, oh god, most of these people are dead.
Yeah. I would have loved to have gotten Jeremy Bullock's signature, but
Yeah.
yeah,
For
he
real.
seemed like he was
Prowse
really
and
awesome.
all
I was supposed to get
Yeah.
Peter Mayhew's down at the Dallas Comic Con,
Oh,
but he had
man.
passed away like a couple days before that.
Bummer.
I saw
Yep.
him at Disney. And yeah, like I said, I do not like asking people for signatures.
Right.
I feel like a jackass for not even trying.
Like, that's the one guy I probably would not be afraid to go ask, just because of his reputation and how he was with fans.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, he
that
seems
dude
nice.
embraced it, man.
yeah.
He's great.
Not like
It-
Anthony Daniels
Huh?
or Harrison
Yeah.
Ford.
Anthony Daniels is hard.
Anthony Daniels is horrible, man. I
He's
heard
a stickler.
I
Yeah.
heard he's like really bad.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm
You
glad I got a
like
signature
you have to pay.
Yeah, good thing we got that ordered.
It wasn't even
Yeah.
that bad. I think it was like $100, I think, for the signature. It
Yeah,
wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it's like the price and stuff isn't bad, but like I think he was at Celebration and he wasn't like a signer or whatever celebrity like on the autograph side. I think he was doing something with a book or whatever, and he was like very very like adamant. Like if you want my autograph, you're paying for it. Picture, you're paying for it. Like even at like a booth versus like the celebrity area. So he's very business now.
Yeah, you had to buy his book to get the signature. I remember that.
Yeah. Were you there at Chicago?
I was. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
that was a good time. It was cold as hell.
Yeah. It was fun, man.
I
Where are you
lived near
from?
Chicago
Where's
and I
everybody
never-
at, by the way?
I'm in
I know
Florida.
George is
I'm
in Florida.
I'm outside of Orlando.
Okay.
I'm 30 minutes from Chicago, and I didn't go to the celebration.
Oh, okay.
I had to
About
work.
15 minutes outside of Little Rock, Arkansas.
Okay. Nice. Sure. All over the place.
All over. Yeah.
All over. And Star Wars brought us together.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's the thing I love about the community, man. You meet everybody. It's like when you meet a Star Wars fan, it's like you can sit there and talk for like ever, man. It's awesome.
Oh yeah.
And then when you actually meet up, it's like
It's the same
you've
thing.
known each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Good
just
old
did
technology.
a Galaxies trip back in October where we all met up there. It was fun. That was the best weekend I had in a while.
Damn good time.
Yeah, it was good. Hoping to do some more stuff like that. I'm definitely trying to go to Star Wars celebration this year. So
Haven't
You
been
gonna
to
do
one.
make it.
I haven't been to one yet.
Yeah, hopefully we
Never
can
been to
get
one
there.
either.
I keep hearing mixed things. Like some I hear that they're possibly canceling it, and then I heard yesterday that it seems like it's still going on. So I don't know. I think it's
I'm going
depending
either
on
way.
You're going either way.
I already bought tickets to the Disneyland Star Wars night.
Oh,
so
yeah,
if
the
they cancel celebration, at least I'll be there for that.
The Star Wars nights.
Yeah.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
Hopefully they do like what they did over here with the ships. Where they put them on like what was it the man? I'm drawing a blank. What's that hovercraft called? Can't
Like a
think of it.
drone?
Drone. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So down here, like the one time that I don't go to Galaxy's Edge, right? I'm always there. And that night they had like a space battle, and you could see like X-wings and TIE fighters in the air like fighting.
no way.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh man.
So and they had
Super
like a
cool.
whole event, because one of the big complaints I have of Galaxy's Edge is that they don't really do anything with the characters there. Like prior to that, when we used to have like what was it, the Star Wars weekends is what it was called. It happened in May. You saw people dressed up in costume. The 501st would go over there and do a march. There was constantly things going down. They had a fireworks show at the end of the night that was dedicated to Star Wars with the Star Wars music. And then in Galaxy's Edge, you don't have any of that. You have Chewbacca, coming out and waving at people every now and then, and Rey makes an appearance, and what's his name, Kylo Ren,
Kylo. Yeah.
will show up sometimes, and he basically just stands on stage and talks shit.
Has that been like that or is it just because of the whole COVID thing?
No, I mean even before COVID, it really didn't do.
Oh, it's been like
much.
that.
But one night they had an event that I think lasted most of the day, and it was like different things were happening around the Galaxy's Edge area, and it all connected into like one story, and then it ended in one huge battle on this stage that they had, and you had lightsabers going down, Chewbacca's firing guns, explosions were happening and stuff like that, and then you had the X-wings and TIE fighters flying in the sky. So when I saw the video on YouTube, I was like, "Fuck! Why didn't I was in it there?"
Yeah.
Like
That's
a lot of
really
a lot of the
Dang.
Star Wars stuff was better before Galaxy's Edge. They used to have
Yeah.
the 501st marching with like some of the older costumes, and then they had a center stage in front of the Chinese theater where they
Yeah.
had like Boba Fett and Chewbacca and C-3PO and R2, and that was awesome. That was fun. That stuff is gone now.
Yeah.
It's
All
all
gone.
first order. You're like, what the hell? Where's the rest of the stuff?
Yeah, I wish it didn't go so
Yeah.
first ordery.
Yeah,
Definitely.
It's the way of the mouse.
it is. It is. A mouse wearing his suit.
I did love it though. It was a great time. I mean,
Oh,
first
it's
time there,
freaking
it was
awesome.
great. It was
Oh
great.
yeah, I want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oga's Cantina for breakfast is always the best.
Oh yeah, man. Josh, if you ever go, man, let us know, bro.
Oh,
Go.
dude, I'm telling you, I was actually on the phone with Seth earlier
Yeah.
today, and I was talking to him. I was like, man, once I get this job locked down and like everything good to go, I was like, man, I'm gonna have to start planning some stuff down near you guys because
Yeah.
we went to Disney for the first time like 2 years ago, but it was actually way longer than that. Never mind. It was before Star Wars stuff even opened, and ever since it opened, I'm like, I have to go back down there for like an extra long weekend. And now since then, I've met so many people from that area, and I'm like, yeah, I definitely need to make like a long trip and get to at least hang out and see everybody. So it'll
Yeah, a
definitely
lot
be
of good
something
places
in the
here.
works. Yeah. So
Oh yeah, you could do some hunt videos. Are you still doing hunts?
yeah, I just started back up like 3 weeks
Cool.
ago after my big hiatus off, but yeah, I'm back doing that just to make some content.
Yeah,
Nice.
I got the interview with you and Steph in my queue. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
that was my first time back on like a video on YouTube in like 4 months was on the MC channel.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. But
Hey,
yeah,
Marcel's in.
back here.
What's up, Marcel? How's it
Marcel.
going, man?
So Marcel.
All right, one last question we got here. Somebody's asking, Sai was asking, I think Sai is how you pronounce it. Do we collect any other lines? Not really, man. I don't. I try to stick in my lane. I
What
do.
you got, like Lord of the Rings, man?
I love Lord of the Rings. I don't
I
have
got
any
World
Lord
of
the Rings, though.
Warcraft.
I do
Oh,
have
it's like
World
He's
of
got
Warcraft.
Warcraft.
I do
World
have
of
a
Warcraft, that's what it
line.
was.
That's what it was. Yeah, I
That's
guess
what
it's
it
kind of
was,
like that, right? The only reason why I did that because it was such a freaking good deal. It's like I felt like I was never going to see a deal like that again, so I picked it up. You know,
'Cause they're liquidating because they sold to Microsoft, didn't they?
yeah. You can't even
Yeah,
get back to their
please do.
website now.
Yeah, it's
I've got
crazy
XM
acquisition.
and Marvel, aside from Star Wars. Well, you can see the XM kind of from here.
Yeah.
Those
I
are
got
you're
3D printers. I can get into whatever I want.
yeah, I collect everything. I got Hot Toys, Sideshow, XM Studios, Master Replicas. I don't know.
Well, companies, I'll collect anything that looks good.
Yeah.
As long as it's trying to
Yeah.
stick with Star Wars. I've been like, for the better part, everything I got coming in right now is like primarily Star Wars with like a few little things here and there, you know.
That's good.
I've been
Unfortunately, it's like the
debating-
channel like eats me because I got to keep up with that. So it's like I got to have some other things here and there, but yeah, you know.
I've been debating selling my XM or my
X-Men.
X-Men star.
Mm.
I don't know.
Once you sell
Those are
Rogue,
great.
that'll be it, bro. That's where it ends. If you sell Rogue, you trust me, you'll sell the rest of the X-Men.
Yeah, I got to sell my Marvel statues too because I got a few. You know, I got the Hulk versus Wolverine. I got a Captain America. I got an Iron Man Mark 42, Silver Surfer, a Doctor Doom. I don't know. It's all
I'll
it's
have
all
more than
spread out
a few.
throughout the house.
I'll never get rid of that Wolverine statue. I just love that thing too damn much.
The premium format.
Yeah, that's going to stay in my collection forever.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a dope one.
Just so
Josh,
big.
you have a lot of different things too, though. You got a lot of movie pieces in there, right? Like Marvel, like MCU stuff.
Hot Toys was, yeah.
Hot Toys, yeah.
Yeah, I have I think 3 DTOFs, Marvel, and 4 Star Wars, but I have like 10 Hot Toys still in the box that I need to find room for.
I just
And
took this one out.
It's
It's
yeah,
a constant, ain't it?
Yeah.
Dude, I bought the DX7, the Bestman Luke 2-pack a year ago, and I haven't even unboxed it yet.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it's
Nice.
painful. Yeah, that's how bad I'm backed up with everything too.
Dude,
Got
I
mine
have
hanging
unboxed
from the
Han and
ceiling.
Chewie.
That's sick. That's why I kind of haven't opened it, to be honest, is because we're in the process of trying to like move
Mhm.
and trying to get a house and find like something where I can display everything is like my main thing. And I want to give that piece justice. So I'm like, man, I don't want to open it until I can actually like put it in its permanent spot because
Yeah.
Nice.
thing's awesome. Like
Yeah.
I was lucky to find it in person. So
Yeah, I did. Craig hooked me up with mine, so I got him hanging up there.
oh dude.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
see, something like that is what I want to do, and I just have no space to do something cool like that in this room. So I'll just chill in the box for another year.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Yeah.
I got, so like I had ordered all the Infinity War Hot Toys,
Mhm.
and they're all sitting in boxes. I haven't even touched them. They
tough,
started coming in, and I'm just like, I'm like,
Yeah.
I need to sell
Yeah.
them.
It's like that's the one thing about being a content creator that I'm not a fan of is that I get stuff to me, to do for content, and then I'll do the unboxing of it, but I don't have the space to put it up on the walls or anything. So it goes right back in the box, and then I'm bummed out.
Yeah, that's how I am. I got a storage locker full of stuff that should be displayed. We're actually gonna remodel our living room so we can like display some of the other stuff.
True.
That's awesome.
True.
Lucky I have an understanding wife.
I was
Likewise.
going to ask, does she collect stuff too?
Yeah, she's a Disney fanatic.
Oh, okay.
She has probably like 500 ears.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a ton of ears. It's like
Does she have
never
the Star
ending.
Wars ones?
Yeah, she does too. Like the Ashley Eckstein ones and all
I got
the
the
exclusives.
The clear ones that light up. It shows like the X-wings
Like,
fighting the TIE fighters. Yeah. So I was running around the park and I saw somebody with it on, right? And I was like, oh, those are dope, right? We were staying like a couple days. So the following day, me and my friend's wife were running around the park, but she wanted one too. And so we're going from store to store trying to find this thing. Finally, we end up in the Star Wars store that's by Star Tours, and the lady's like, no, we don't have any, but we do have one in the back that has like a scratch on it. So I was like, all right. I was like, I'll buy it. She's like, no, I can't sell it to you. I was like, okay. She said, but I'll give it to you. And I was like, oh, okay, nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I get it. I couldn't even find the scratch on it. So I walk out and I got these things lit up, and I look gay as hell with those things on. I don't put them things on.
It is Orlando, man.
Yeah, I was in the park,
okay.
but I'm not doing that. So I ended up like, here, give it to my wife. I'm like, you wear it. I'm like,
That's funny.
so,
I wanted the
Yeah.
R2 ears, but I couldn't find them.
oh yeah, they used to have a Vader helmet with the ears.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been
cool.
dope. That
It
would've
is
been
dope, except that when you're walking around in the Florida heat with that, boy, your head gets hot quick.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Well, if I find them in Disneyland for this Star Wars night, I'll hook it up.
True,
Sweet.
true. All right. Well, we've been way over an hour. We're like 1 hour and 20 minutes. So
Hey, Josh.
it was fun though.
What's up?
Somebody asked earlier, are you going to be on Twitch later or watching?
I have no idea. We'll see.
How often do you Twitch?
Do I Twitch?
And what are you
I,
playing?
Yeah, I
Every
only
day.
do, I played Battlefront 2 like for a while.
Sweet.
Because I just obviously the Star Wars, but I've been playing a lot of Warzone, Call of Duty. I hate it, but it gets viewership, so it's kind of one of those things I do it just because there's eyeballs on it. But I stream almost every day, like throughout the mornings, like now.
What
Normally,
platform?
I play on PC.
PC.
Oh,
If
sweet.
that's what you're asking.
Oh,
Yes,
dope,
sir.
man.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, the dominant race.
There we go.
Yeah.
What's your
See,
handle on
George?
Twitch?
It's just my name.
Josh
Just
Pence?
Josh Pence.
Alright.
Yeah, I try to keep all that just very basic,
That's cool.
Cool.
just to keep it simple. But yeah, I just stream through there, and I've done like some toy stuff on there. Like I've watched like the Star Wars fan films on there, and just I try to bring a little bit of nerd stuff into it, but
Apex?
it's more or less just the gaming. I haven't tried Apex because I can't get my monitor to recognize the display resolution for Apex. It's really weird. It's like a tech
got
thing,
you.
and I suck at tech, so
Do
yeah.
you
But I haven't played it.
I mean, out of curiosity, anything,
Mhm.
have you tried playing games on YouTube? Like, why did you choose Twitch over YouTube?
So when I started playing on Twitch is when my YouTube channel was actually like popping, like it was doing very well. And I'm a weirdo with algorithms, and I never wanted to mess up the algorithm for my video or anything. That's a lot of the reasons why I take my live streams down after I'm done, just so my channel isn't overflown with live streams and stuff, and it doesn't like cut out the algorithm of my video going out and et cetera, et cetera. So she's like, well, I'll just start Twitch and just see how that goes. And it ended up being a pretty good move because I've separated that that community a little bit. Like obviously a lot of people from YouTube have came over to Twitch, but then vice versa. I've met a lot of people on Twitch that end up being somewhat of a nerd as well, and they've started watching the YouTube videos. So I try to keep them as separate as possible.
That's
It
cool.
seems like Twitch has a better input for like if I wanted to tip you money.
Yeah,
give
it's
you
very
money. It's
yes.
more rewarding than like YouTube is, and there's better ways of them being able to do that. There's
It's an
more
easier
ways.
user interface for the viewer to support the creator, and like with YouTube you get more of the revenue, but there's not as many ways for the viewer to contribute to the creator, if that makes any sort of sense. So like with Twitch, it's more or less like, well, 60% of something is better than 100% of nothing in terms of how many options they give you to be able to make money from there.
Okay.
So,
That's
Okay.
dope.
but yeah.
Yeah, I
All
found you on there, so start following you now.
Oh, well, thanks, man.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of funny. I see a lot of people in this chat that have been in my Twitch streams. So
I'm
it's pretty
trying
funny.
to mess around with that. So like I tried a little bit on this channel to play some games, but it's very difficult for me to do it at night. So I'm trying to do it with Seth. So we'll see. We'll see how that works
Yeah.
out.
Well, if you ever have any questions with Twitch, and if you go that route, just let me know, man. I mean, it's
right.
a weird thing to try to handle because it's so much different. It's a whole different animal than YouTube. So
Okay.
I'm here for you if you need it.
Oh, you guys need to play a WWE game and have some custom
Probably, I don't
characters.
even care. I don't even
Jorge,
care,
the
you know?
Mandalorian.
I think it's gonna be a funny interaction between me and him, just because I mean you see how we are already. So
Yin and Yang. Yeah, that's gonna be
You
dope,
know.
man.
it'll be fun. But yeah, man. So again, man, we've been way over an hour. So thanks
Yeah,
guys for
sorry.
hanging out with us. Nah, dude, this was awesome. I had a great time, and you're always welcome to come back, Josh.
Hey, dude, I loved it. Thank you guys.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
it's
fun.
absolutely.
fun
man.
Star Wars chat, and we talked about all kinds of cool stuff today. So
Yeah.
I saw somebody ask Marcel, I think, if he missed the Boba Fett chat. That was a little bit earlier on. We went on for that for almost an hour, and then we started getting into all kinds of stuff afterwards. But it's all good, man. That's what happens on the live stream. So for everybody that tuned into the chat, thanks guys for coming to hang out with us on a Sunday and spending some time with us. We'll be back next Sunday for another review on episode 5, and I'll be doing my reaction on Wednesday morning. So tune in for that. And until next time, may the force be with you. Should have probably already sprung this up now.
Where's the button? Where's the button?